fire, fire for fire, fire. This person, tabletop gamer, Seguin, trans white queer person living on unceded, I don't know what that word means, unceded territory, stolen land, says board gamers should not be apolitical for safety. Wait, I would have thought that, like, being apolitical would be good because you're not talking about politics. Does that not make sense? Like, what? Right's a call to action against the extreme right, especially at trade shows. Says that if you don't promote the narrative in both production and play your games, you are encouraging violence. Wait, so if you have games that are not political, that's bad? I thought that was like a good thing. What? Human is a political animal. But you're playing board games. I'm sorry, what? First, I want to acknowledge that I'm writing this as a trans white queer person living on unceded territory, stolen land called Turtle Island, and that my perspective is centered around a Western global North point of view, and I'd be happy to know what Eastern global South people have to say about this. Strong start. Okay, strong start, chat. What is a Western / global North and Eastern global South POV? What does that mean? Am I missing something? Like, am I stupid? I don't quite... What? Okay, let's keep it going, I suppose. Maybe we'll figure it out as we go along. I'm writing this as a call for action for the board game community, for people to finally take a stand, to show that we are indeed a community. I've never thought that board game people who play board games aren't a community. You're playing a board game. With the rise of the extreme right, a lot of gamers' lives are in danger. Okay. I'm talking about indigenous people, disabled people, trans and queer people, people of color, immigrants, especially non-white, poor people, people who follow a different religion than white Christianity. When we are in danger, playing games might not be in our priorities. Though ideally, it could help maintain good mental health. I think the first step into getting good mental health is to not be online. Also, I just realized Canadian flag, Free Palestine, Black Lives Heart, and a bunch of other badges. This is very powerful, chat. What do you think? Like, so we're like 30 seconds in, and we're already making like an extremely emotional escalation by saying that literally everyone that isn't straight or white is in danger. Oh, and don't forget Christian, that too as well. That's another thing. People who aren't straight, white, or Christian are in danger. The implication is obviously saying that they are in physical danger or will be killed. I think that, like, I think that's a certified, this is certifiably insane. Like, if you met someone like this on the street and they started saying, like, you're in fucking danger! Oh my god! Like, you're a person with brown skin, you're in danger! Like, what? 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 What are we doing? Take your meds! I feel bad for people like this. How do you feel? How do you exist in a constant state of fear? Do you just not go outside? Do you just read online about how everyone wants to kill you? Chat, I get death threats and like rape threats too. Like, I don't care. I just kind of brush it under the rug. Like, It's life. You're online. They should log off for maximum safety. Yeah, go read a book or something. I don't know. What are we doing? The more I hear about the news, the less I am in the mood to play games. Let me explain. Stop reading the news if it makes you fucking upset. I legitimately, I think that social media has done irreversible damage to society. The rise and increase in depression and prescribing SSRIs is because people don't have self-control and they consume media that actively makes them upset, and that's what media wants them to do. Like, what are we doing, man? Yeah, go take a walk, chill out. It affects lives though, news are unavoidable. I need a source on that. Are tabletop people who are queer and trans, like, and disabled people and people of color and immigrants, like, are they really, are those people in danger? I get my news from Alana. I am Fox News, apparently. I am a Fox. No affiliation. I don't know, man. When fighting on the daily for your right to exist, it's hard to have the energy to play games, to find other gamers that are safer to be around, to feel welcomed in gaming spaces, including online. Chat, the fact that you think that you need to fight to exist safely is why you're acting insane. Nobody's trying to kill you. People disagreeing with you on the internet is not physical assault. It's not even mental assault. It doesn't threaten your fucking life, man. Please, just take your medication and maybe it'll calm you down. Stop looking at news media. Nobody's knocking. You're fighting ghosts. You're shadowboxing with ghosts. The worst part is the second part is right. You should find like-minded people to spend your time with because it's good for your mental health and will make you feel safe. I totally agree with that. Yeah, sure. Like, if you want to do that and it makes you very upset to engage with hostile opinions or whatever, like, if that's your prerogative, please go ahead and do that. But you shouldn't make everyone else, like, do the same thing. Like, lower your blood pressure. Like, your heart palpitations will stop if you stop engaging with this content. The problem is that it turns into an echo chamber of you telling each other that your lives are in danger if you start having this rhetoric over and over and over. Oh my god, this is insanity. I can't believe that someone actually unironically typed this. I would have thought this was maybe like, I don't know, like a troll post? I can't believe what I'm reading. For a lot of people, playing games is a way to evade reality, have a break and socialize. Absolutely agree. I played World of Warcraft and other MMOs to get away from people. But I didn't, like, make other people change because of me. I just found people that I liked and I hung out with them. But for marginalized people, this comes with an additional challenge. For a start, when everyday violences, racism, colonialism, sexism, queerphobia, ableism find their way in the production of games or in our collective spaces, it's hard to take a break from real life. What? Can you name one, chat, like, am I crazy? Can you name one game in the last 10 years since 2015 where there's queerphobia in it? Or racism that's not in the form of, like, 40k killing space aliens and, like, factions or some shit? Like, even 40k is a stretch because it's still a fantasy setting. Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe? That's a stretch, too. Hogwarts Legacy! Yeah, man, they kill trans people in Hogwarts Legacy for sure. That's exactly what happened. Harry Potter took his wand and was like, Avada Kedavra, and it's like, that totally happened. GTA? Oh my god, I don't know about that one. Wolfenstein? Wolfenstein got pussified. In the community, we often talk jokingly about converting people to board gaming. Wait, did I miss something? Hold on, wait, I missed something. And then when going to public events, if the organizers don't take a clear stand against violences, we can easily become targets of these violences, whether they be verbal, psychological, or even physical. People might not beat us up in front of gamers, but they might follow us home, use scaring tactics against us, etc. Let me read that again. Let me just reiterate. Whether they be verbal, psychological, or even physical, people might not beat us up in front of other gamers, but they might follow us home and use scare tactics against us. Oh my god, these people are insane. These people are actually insane. This is an ongoing mental health crisis. The other part is, it's like, what they mean is by this part, and then when going to public events, if the organizers don't take a clear stand against violences, what they mean is, don't take a clear stand against violence is if they don't ban people that disagree with me on Twitter or like disagree with me on politics. And that's the problem, chat. You don't want to be safe. You want to censor every single person that doesn't like capitulate to your every single whim. That's the problem, like realistically. And to top it off, I'm gonna take things that didn't happen for $500, Alex.
Yes.
What is going on, man? I would bet my life savings nobody has followed you home or tried to beat you up in public. You are out of your fucking mind. It's just constant emotional escalation of things that didn't happen to try and convince themselves that they're the victim. Like you want to be a victim so fucking bad that you want everyone else to be silenced and you want to live in your fucking Care Bear universe. I went to a local card shop, the nicest people I've ever met, honestly. Like, I've never, like, this doesn't happen. Maybe to rob you? Yeah, sure, if you're getting robbed, that's not like I'm robbing you because you're gay. I'm robbing you because I want to rob you and take your monetary value. Oh my gosh. In the community, we often jokingly talk jokingly about converting people to board gaming. What I would say is we also have to make sure that people who are already playing board games want to stay in this community. And that starts with acknowledging the different forms of violence we can find in our spaces, online or in person, addressing them and making sure we do something to stop them. Chat, if I joined a board gaming community or any other community, like period, and the first thing they do is when they sit me down is like, you know, there's a real problem with like queer people getting attacked for playing board games. I'd be like, excuse me, I'm here to play board games. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what? You think the way to convince people to keep playing board games is to lecture them about violence in video game spaces and make sure that they do something about it? Are you fucking retarded? Are we okay? I just want to play board games or card games. What? I can't, man. This is insanity. I've found some of the nicest people ever in like my card shops that I've visited in the past. They never do anything like that. Obviously it's anecdotal, but it's like I can't imagine this happening in real life. I've never heard of this shit happening. One thing I'd like is for people who have a platform to talk about those issues, because if they truly care about board games and the people who play them, it's time to stop all this passiveness and make sure the spaces we share are truly welcoming, and not only to light-skinned cisgender men. Oh my god! What? I mean, of course, everybody's allowed to play games. But are they implying that the card shop or their board gaming shop doesn't let them in? That's discrimination. You can sue them for that. Like, if this is truly happening, go and sue. Why are you posting this online? It's discrimination. Like, in Canada, of all places, wouldn't you just be able to sue them? What are we smoking? If you have proof, sue them. I'm about to crash out. Like I was saying, you shouldn't do that to other people. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be discriminating against people openly. If the store doesn't tell them to stop, that's against the store policy. I would fucking hope. You shouldn't be discriminated against like that. And in Canada, of all places, I'm sure you can go to the police and sue them over it. They've done things for less. Do that shit covertly? I don't think it's about being covert or anything. I just don't believe this is happening. I've been to this thing. And even if we're not talking about suing people, this is just not a real thing that happens. If a store promoted discrimination, it would be talked about everywhere. Of course, record it, post it online or something. I don't know, man. It's just that it doesn't sit right with me to say this kind of thing and be like, yes, this is definitely happening. We are talking about a person that lives in Canada who thinks that you should be censored because of the way that you think. Who actually goes to a board game and starts talking about politics? I'd stand up and leave. If you start talking about Trump, I would get uncomfortable and leave. I don't want to talk about Trump. I don't want to talk about Biden. I don't want to talk about the Ukraine war. I want to play fucking games. I'd be like, damn, this is some mental illness. You can't even control yourself? I just want to play games. I want to have fun. I want to sit down, fucking win my game, lose, have fun. Get to know people. I would absolutely leave. If a store owner directly promoted discrimination, they can be sued, but that's not the argument that I'm trying to put forth. I just would personally try to sue, I'm just saying. But that's my personal opinion. The argument that they're putting forth is that people in board games or TCG shops, we're extending it to TCG shops because they're kind of like overlapping, are perpetuating the culture that is queerphobic and basically only supports white people. That's 100% false. That doesn't exist. This is insanity. Let's talk about Trump, Obama, and Biden playing Minecraft. I just don't... I wouldn't tune in. I'd tune out. You lost your business. Sorry. I'm out of here. It's crazy, man. We have to talk about how blue players make the table unfun and how green players are based. No! Mono black decks are bad! Yeah, start talking about freaking cards, not about how fucking Trump is bad or Biden bad or Obama bad. Like, come on, man. Let me be clear. Maybe there is a store near you that has an owner or a base of people that shop at it that are racist. Let's assume that's the case. Because there are people saying that, sure. But to say that it's a major trend across all TCG shops or board gaming shops in America is fucking retarded. It's stupid. I don't think this is happening all across America or Canada. If others start talking politics during a board game, just mock them. I would definitely be like, all right, I'm gonna finish this game. I'm gonna probably try and beat you as best as I can. And I'm gonna say, frick you, I'm out of here. This is not the place to do it. Sorry, not sorry. Oh yeah, this kind of ties into it, but like, I wanted to kind of talk about this too. It's another post. This was strong. Remember when Blackrock and Vanguard said that they would stop doing DEI? Yeah, about that. Fucking ad block. They're still 100% DEI apparently. This was so funny to glance over. Chat, the critical lever. Engaging white males in advancing DEI. Let's read it together, chat. White males are a critical part of the mission to build a fair and more inclusive world. Laura, lead researcher presented research findings which suggested that while white males surveyed care about DEI and believe it to be beneficial to their organizations, many are often uncertain about how to get involved or are challenged by other barriers that impact their engagement. In moderate panel discussions, led by former financial advisor, and featuring Vanguard leaders from across organizations, including the Critical Lever event, highlighted tangible ways we can all advance DEI goals through active allyship. So really nothing happened, and they're just gonna keep going. I don't know, man. You got, chat, you need to engage in DEI. You need to help advance in DEI. Please. Please do. I'm gonna vomit. I can't, man. Bro, it's over, let go. Do something, go dust off fossils or something. No, we must convert. We must make white males think like us. How do we win over the white males, chat? Do we put more boobs in DEI? But then that goes against DEI. You have to have less boobs. We need more white males on board! We need a VTuber that loves DEI! What if they make a Blackrock Vanguard VTuber? Yeah! Would you watch? What if it was a psyop and they don't explicitly disclose it? Don't give them ideas. That would be so strong. What if Blackrock Vanguard buys out Face Connect? That would be terrifying. And they start like dictating the girls on what to say and do in order to get more white males to watch their content. And then they slowly change the content little by little. People would off herself. No, people would just graduate probably. I think a lot of them would. I mean, honestly, I would too. How do we convince white males to not feel offended when we tell them that they are not welcome in our video games and that they are privileged and need to take a backseat to the beautiful, diverse women who need to be in video games even when they don't fit into the game itself? Chat, how do we do it? How would you do it? Make more of them African and give her a big ol' schlumpy, but that would go against our DEI. I think African women are beautiful. We need more of them. We need more of them in our video games. With big booties and boobies. Racist! How am I racist? What? It is just straight up just like racist. Like, bro, I just said that. Chad, how do we convince white males that less white males is a good thing? That's what I want to know, Chad. We need to find out. We need to find out what the reason behind it is. How do we do it? Brown big titty femboy. Thank you. Alana likes her big booty African women, and that's racist, and that's okay. How do we tell white women we don't want them here? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just try and sell the fact that, like, being white is bad. Hi, Todd! What's up? How's it going? Everybody say hi to Todd. Hi! Hi! It's our Gamer Shops manager. Hi! Yeah. Yeah. We'll check our DM. Oh, I didn't see. You want potentially to start a new alert system for gamer suppies? What's new alert system for gamer suppies? Is it like a pop-up every time someone buys stuff? A picture of it pops up? I'll talk about it after stream, okay? I'll think about it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, other people have that up. When did we get racist Fox gamer subs flavor? I don't think they can put that on the bottle, chat. You can't have the word racist Fox on a gamer subs flavor, even if it's a joke. No one really has the new one pop up. I don't know. I'll look into it. They have Grandpa's ashes though. Yeah, but that's not racist. That's different. Racist fox kibble. Literally 1984. You guys are cooked. Come on. We can't keep getting away with this. What would racist fox taste like anyway? I don't know. What would be a good flavor for that? White pride flavor. Chat, you're actually unironically gonna get me clipped, and I'm gonna get like called fucking the next leader of the KKK. You guys are awful.